Welcome back to my office and my awesome whiteboard setup. I was really hoping to film outside today, but unfortunately it's overcast and raining a little bit and it's pretty cold still. So we're back at the whiteboard. Today though, we're going to talk about the approach. When I first started high jumping, I had no idea what the approach was for. I was told to just run a little curve, jump. I didn't know why I was running a curve, how long it should be, what angle I should be at. So we're going to talk about a few parts of the approach and kind of help you understand what they're for so you can build the right approach for your jumping. So let's just draw a quick diagram and then go from there. We'll start with just the pits. Here are the pits right here. And then the bar would be across like this. So hopefully you can see that okay. There's our pits, there's our bar. So if we're going to be jumping from this side, if we're a left-footed jumper, we're going to end up about right here, right? We're going to be about an arm's length away from the bar. And we're going to end up right there. At that point, we want to be at a certain speed, we want to be at a certain angle, and we want to have two angles actually. We want to have an angle this way, because if we're jumping just parallel to the bar, like I talked about last time, you're going to have to really do that side flip thing to get over the bar. So you want to have an angle to the bar so it carries you over the bar. And then you also want to be leaning away from the bar, and it's hard to show because it's just two dimensions, but you want to be leaning away from the bar, and that's what creates the rotation. If you haven't watched that video, watch it. You need to know what causes rotation over the bar. So from here we need to come back to a point and start running, right? So we're going to start right here. We've got an angle, and as you can see, this angle is not parallel. You don't come into the bar parallel. Your curve is not a curve like this. Your curve is a curve like this. So that's the first important point, is that your curve does not make a full circle. It doesn't start parallel to the bar. It starts at an angle to the bar. That's a really important point. Let's erase this bad curve and talk about now how to get to this point. How to get here with the right speed and how to get there at the right angle. So the first thing you want to do is understand the two parts of your curve, of your approach, I should say. I shouldn't say curve, your approach. So you're going to have a straightaway, and you're going to have your curve. Okay? The straightaway, the sole purpose of the straightaway is to get up to speed. So the purpose of this is to accelerate. Right here. All you're going to do is accelerate. And about one or two steps before you hit the curve, you want to be at the right speed. Now this is important because, like I said, you want to be at the speed you like to jump at, or the speed you want to jump at right here. You're going to hit that speed right here, and then it shouldn't change all the way through the curve. So you're going to accelerate till about two steps before you start your curve, and hit the speed you're going to be jumping at. That's a pretty important point. Hit that speed right here. Then you start your curve. And the curve, the sole purpose of the curve is to get that lean. It's not to accelerate. It's nothing else than to get the lean away from the bar. So you've got the angle to carry you over the bar. You've got the lean away from the bar. So, 2 points. The purpose of your straightaway is to accelerate. The purpose of your curve is to get the lean. And so, what factors do you have control over? What can you tweak to get the right speed and the right lean at the bar? Well, you can change the radius of this curve. You can make it wider if you're leaning too much at the bar. You can make it narrower if you're not leaning enough at the bar. If you don't have enough speed, you can increase the length of your approach so that you get more speed before you start your curve. Or if you don't need that long of an approach, you can shorten it up if you don't need that much speed before you start your curve. So there's a few things you can play with. You are going to be the best judge of how much speed you need. And as we go through these lessons, and if you read back the old newsletters, you're going to see what it takes to put together the right jump. So these are the factors you can tweak to get to that point. And next week we'll talk about this point, exactly what needs to happen at that point. But just know, the straightaway is for accelerating, getting up to speed one or two steps before you start the curve. The curve is to create lean. Your speed should not change from 2 steps before to the point you take off. Hopefully that makes sense. Like I said, we'll talk about what happens on those last 2 steps and taking off next time. But for now, work on that approach. Work on finding that right measurement away from the bar, and then out, so you get the right radius on your curve. Tweak some things, try them out, find out what feels good, but remember those 2 points. Accelerate on the straight, lean on the curve.